With a population of over 170 million, Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa and has close to 20% of the population of sub-Saharan Africa, with 36 states and 774 local government areas. While Nigeria is one of the richest countries in terms of human, material, and natural resources, it is paradoxically one of the poorest in the world, with at least 70% of its population living in poverty. The Human Development Report of 2015 ranks Nigeria high among countries with environments that encourages exploitation, risk, and insecurity. Conversely, the National Human Development Report for Nigeria shows that Nigeria's gross national income per capita rose from 4,597 naira in 2009 to 5,353 naira in 2013. Similarly, since the return to democracy in 1999, government expenditure has increased progressively from 947 billion naira to 6.6 trillion in 2017. Since 2006, there has been no evidence to prove that the percentage of Nigerians who were surviving on less than $1 per day has reduced. Unfortunately, local communities are the worst hit by these unfortunate consequences of poor governance. The high level of poverty at the local level has been severally attributed to impunity and corruption, fueled by lack of transparency and accountability in the machinery of government, particularly at this level, adjudged as the closest government to the people, through which communities' immediate needs are articulated and addressed. Since 2002, there has been relative increase in the publicity given to the federal and state budgets, but this cannot be said about local government budgets despite the records of huge allocations shared to them from the federal account. Regrettably, local government executives would neither consult the people on budget preparation nor give account of their stewardship, unlike what happens at the federal level and in some states of the Federation where budget processes are given significant level of publicity. The problem of secrecy and low community participation at this level of government in Nigeria no doubt aggravates channels for wastage and mismanagement of public funds that should have direct impact on citizens' quality of life. Hence, the introduction of Local Government Budget Transparency and Accountability Watch project in 2011 by the Human Development Initiatives with the strong support of Ford Foundation, which is designed to strengthen and empower community groups and engage governance at the local government level in order to stimulate new practices that would promote transparency and accountability. The Local Government Budget Transparency and Accountability Watch worked with selected states and local government areas to simplify, analyze and disclose budget information to the citizens, acquaint them with the use of public funds, strengthen participation in decision-making on resource allocations at the local government area level, and stimulate demand for transparency and accountability.
One of the key objectives of this initiative is to break the culture of silence and diminish impunity in this country, because these two vices have really eaten deep and penetrated the country and also fueled corruption and poverty. And because of this, HDI had to bring together community groups in different local governments and educate them on how they can make demands concerning having a conducive environment. Because without conducive environment, there cannot be productivity, no effectiveness, and efficiency is also zero.
To achieve this, local government area budget and accountability watch groups and committees comprising of diverse range of stakeholders in the project locations were established. Capacity development seminars were organized for the watch group members on transparency and accountability, budgeting and the relationship between budgeting, development and poverty alleviation. Capacity development workshops were also organized for local government employees in record keeping and reporting.
The Women Development Initiative Lagos has been in partnership with the National Orientation Agency, Kwara State, for almost 4 years now. We have been working very well. The synergy has been robust, but the government we are dealing with, especially the local government that we are dealing with, there has been so much suspicion about our involvement and why are we prying into the activities of the local government. But we'll be able to summon that for some time, and there has been some changes in the local government level that required that we go back again over and over to emphasize the need to cooperate and give the best services to the people. These challenges are expected, and we have the good working relationship with the local government staff themselves who are concerned about their people. And of course, we have officers who are representing us too, who are partaking in the assignments at the local government level.
The NGO has made us to understand that we should be bold enough to confront today's government in anything that they are doing. And I can boldly say that they've exposed a lot of us into different ways, in which I know that whatever that they are doing, we should be able to come out frame, to ask them questions, to ask them and let us know what they've done so far, and to be able to give us an account of what they've done, so that we, the civilians out there, can be bold enough to say, yes, we are out here and we know what the government has done so far or what they've not done.
Sometimes our challenges, sometimes is fund, but apart from fund, there are some elements in the councils that don't want you to get this information. They always prevent you to see the chairman or to make your input, to contribute your own quota to the local government. Those are the challenges, especially the challenges we always face when we go to the local government to seek for these informations, to participate in the budget policy or making. Those are the challenges we have been facing in this project.
We'll be able to successfully create the awareness among this set of officers and the council leadership that budget need to be prepared, services need to be rendered to the people.
The media was not left out of the campaign. Capacity development programs were organized for selected radio and print media organizations to track and report budget performance, create awareness on budgeting and accountability, and facilitate community feedback on budget implementation in the selected local government areas. Monthly radio programs were broadcast in Lagos to draw attention to budgeting and government accountability and facilitate community feedback on budget implementation in the Southwest. The project developed, published and disseminated information, education and communication materials on local government area budgets and accountability in English, Hausa, Yoruba and Pidgin languages. Hence, the publication of quarterly local newsletters named Accountability Assessment. The publication features segments on details of appropriations, allocations, projects and the executive's responses to local governance issues, and local opinion on local government area projects, governance, and local challenges. The local government area watch groups were mandated to establish an interface with state legislature and state executives on community challenges.
It has built our capacity in the sense that we have known how to monitor the projects. We have learned how to participate in the budget making of the local government, and it has made us belong to or be known in the local government that we are as an organization have a voice in the project making of the planning of the local government.
After 2 years of rigorous engagement with project communities, it became needful to improve and sustain the existing capacity activities towards ensuring accountability and transparency at the local government level in 2013, given the huge latent potentials at local government to deliver the dividends of democracy as the popularly acclaimed government closest to the people.
The impact of the training has been so helpful in the sense that most of the things that are very needful in the community are being attended to.
The efforts in the past few years are proven worthwhile, particularly with regards to higher responsiveness from the pilot states in terms of communities getting more involved in the processes in governance, budget processes.
They are also able to demand accountability. Also, their interest in budget processing and implementation. And also, the community members monitoring community projects, the ones that are ongoing, the ones that have been abandoned. They are able to approach their policymakers or the chairman and informing them about this project. Also in the areas of sensitizing the public using the newsletter, that is what's going on about their local government. Now you could see that most of them, they are not closing their eyes to the happenings in their local government. There is really high level of participation, and most of them are also educated on how they can use the FOI Act, which is Freedom of Information Act, to demand for any information from their local government, especially about on budget spending.
As a follow-up on the first phase, the watch groups had a mandate to stimulate active and sustainable participation of citizens and local civil society organizations in local government area budget monitoring. They were also to catalyze increased government transparency at the local government area levels to provide good governance.
Government of Kwara State Government of Kwara State brought motorized borehole through this community, and the initiative came to be selling it so that we'll be maintaining the community development. Through that, the community embarked on streetlight project, maintenance of the drainage system in this great community.
So all what we need is for these all CDAs, communities, to wake up and monitor whatever project going on in their community, to see the progress and good project is done for them in their community, so that the project done is meant for them, not for the government. We are to use it, we are to maintain it.
The Accountability Assessment newsletters continue to live up to its expectations of providing the public with up-to-date information on local government budgets, featuring local government budget analysis and media reportage of impunity at the local government level. In 2013, the project obtained a 2012 audit report of local governments in Lagos State, and in collaboration with some community groups, civil society and media partners exposed the fraud in the report in 2014. It also engaged the State House of Assembly with the analysis of the report. The Assembly subsequently summoned the indicted local government areas to respond to the audit queries raised in the report. The project redesigned its website to include features that make a website more informative, interactive, and user-friendly in the way that publicize the ideals of the project, feature current news on local governments in Nigeria, and provide instant feedbacks for members of the public who needed immediate response, especially the youth. The project has received feedback, amongst others, from Honorable Abike Dabiri, a representative at the Federal House of Assembly, in response to comments posted by some youth in an online conversation on the use of freedom of information and local government challenges. For the first time, the project established an interface between community members and their representatives at the State House of Assembly in Lagos. In Delta State, refusal by some local government areas to publish and publicize their local government budgets and the refusal to oblige the Freedom of Information request made by the Budget Watch groups in 2014 were challenged in court. As a result, the Delta State High Court, Asaba, compelled the three project local government areas, Ika South, Oshimili South, and Oshimili North, to provide all information requested by the Budget Watch groups. Since the court victory, the groups have successfully engaged the executive chairman of the three project local government areas in Delta State. They have regularly attended town hall meetings organized by these groups to account for their stewardship.
In our budget processing, as much as possible, try to hold town hall meeting with the traditional leaders, and then the cross-section of the people. And then, of course, consult with the leadership as well, both political and otherwise. And granted, we have challenges in terms of the economic crunch. But when you're talking of assessing in terms of transparency, yes, we have our, like I said, briefings that we normally have. We have our Facebook page, Oshim South Local Government Facebook page. It is there, anybody can, if you want to know all our activities, they are all there. And then on 27th of October was our second year in the office. We gave an account of our stewardship, which you will match also with our budgets.
A few of the agencies of government, such as the Enugu State Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, after a dialogue meeting in Lagos and subsequent follow-ups of the Budget Watch groups in Enugu, published the internally generated revenue (IGR) of all the local government areas in the state and shared it with the groups. In Lagos State, the government has grown to understand the importance of public participation in government by institutionalizing the Office of Civic Engagement, created in May 2015 and launched in February 2016 to facilitate public participation in government activities. This was partly due to the persistent and collective engagement with government on transparency and accountability in budget process.
One of the outcomes of this initiative is when the Lagos State Ministry of Budget and Planning invited Human Development Initiative and other CSOs to the planning of the 2017 budget.
We received that invitation to participate in the through one of our groups, Budget Watch groups in Lagos, that's Lagos mainland.
That was really a success story for us, which has never happened before.
Some of the project local government areas have formally published their fiscal records in local newspapers due to pressure from the Budget Watch groups. Today, unlike in the past, budgeting and fiscal challenges at local government level in Nigeria has gained public interest, especially in the media. The use of the social media and traditional media platforms have helped amplify the voices of some remotely located citizens to be heard on issues affecting them, and is currently generating strong concern at the state and national level on the need to restructure local governance to deliver quality services. The project succeeded in extracting formal budget documents and forecast of internally generated revenue for the project locations. These documents, even if available before now, were shrouded in secrecy and were not available for public consumption.